So I started pumping a couple extra times as well, just because I felt like I needed to beef up my supply. And then when we went in for that follow-up appointment, she had gained weight, but just not at the rate that they would like. And for me, by that point, I had been working on her oral motor skills. I have an oral motor protocol I usually do with most of my clients and everything. So we had been working on that, and her suck was really not improving. It was very clear to me that with her tongue tie, she was not able to appropriately elevate her tongue. She was not able to appropriately protrude, meaning like stick out her tongue. And that was inhibiting her feeding. And so, I think that because of her tie, I was having lower milk supply because she was not transferring the milk effectively. And that led to a lot of our feeding issues. So after that doctor's appointment, I was like, we're gonna get this released now. I gave her a chance. We worked on like my exercises that I do with all my clients, and there wasn't really improvement. So I made an appointment to get it released, but in the meantime, we started triple feeding because she just needed it. I didn't want to give up breastfeeding. I wanted to still keep working on that. And she needed more milk to get on a better schedule and just feel better overall. So I started triple feeding, which is never that fun, but necessary in this scenario. I did do some things to make triple feeding a lot more bearable, and I'll do a video about those too, because triple feeding is just not a sustainable thing. So some tips for that are coming. But then we got it released. Didn't notice immediate improvement really, which is normal. It's not a cure-all. So we're still working on her oral motor skills. That was about a week and a half ago now. Starting to see some better improvements with her feeding. She's able to transfer a lot more effectively now. I don't have to pump after every feeding like I was before. She's been satiated at the end of feeding from both sides. She's been able to feed from each side longer, usually 10 to 15 minutes on each side. I still kind of have to wake her up in the middle, but we're working on it. I'm still pumping a couple times a day just to I wanted to have a little bit of excess anyways, and I like to give her like a kind of a bigger bottle before bed, because it is still, I think, hard for her at times to get all that she wants that quickly. She fatigues. I can tell that her oral motor skills fatigue. So we're really working on strengthening her tongue, her oral motor skills. So I'm still doing my typical protocol that I do with all my clients after a release. That includes oral motor exercises, facial massage, and also some like body work type things to address any tension in her body, which I noticed really improved after the release. She had a pretty significant right head turn preference, and now it's gone. So that's kind of our feeding story. Still journeying on, but not as easy as I expected with my knowledge even too.